How can I talk to my subconscious and rewire it for success? Now, your subconscious is where you store information that you have accepted or you have given your mind authority to accept. Now, this can be anything, and it normally operates by itself until we are conscious of it. For example, sometimes we say that a son is just like his dad, or like his mother, or someone in the family that they are always around. And this is because the child has accepted that person and they have developed similar traits because of the acceptance in that person that has been imprinted on the mind of that child, because the child simply accepted it within their mind. So when you draw a conclusion or when you accept something from anything or circumstances, then it is stored in your subconscious. And we start using our subconscious from when we were little babes, because we haven't learned anything yet. So we are learning things as we grow. For example, when a child touches a hot stove, the child will learn instantly that the stove is hot, and that's going to cause pain, and they're going to learn not to do it. So their pain, they will associate it with touching the stove. And that information now will be stored in their subconscious. And this is how we store information. Now, we can store it directly and we can store it indirectly, meaning we can be conscious of storing information in our subconscious, and we can also not be conscious of storing information in our subconscious. For example, when you're watching a television show, we consider it entertainment, but your mind doesn't really know the difference. So your mind is accepting what you are watching, and whatever it is that you are watching becomes a norm to you. And whatever language is in the show or whatever context is going on in that show, it has become a norm because your subconscious has accepted that, because you have accepted it with your conscious mind. So now it is stored in your subconscious, and you now begin to learn these things that you are not aware of until when someone points it out. Where sometimes we say things and we don't expect to say these things, or we feel a certain way and we are like, but no one taught me this. How do I know this? Or why do I feel like this? Or why do I have a point of view on this particular subject like this? And that's because you were storing information from other areas in your life that you thought wasn't important, like the media or the news or the television, watching shows. So sometimes we think that it's only our peers and our parents and teachers is is where we learn things from, but your brain learns things from every single thing in life. Whatever you accept, it will store in your subconscious. Now, if you are aware of it or not, your subconscious don't care. As long as you accept it in your circle, then your brain will start to store these information. This is why you have to be conscious or be deliberate to what you are storing in your subconscious. Now, you can be deliberate in what you are storing by paying more attention to what you are watching and what you are listening to. Now, the good news is we can rewrite our subconscious with certain things. We can knock it out and replace it with something new. Now, we can do it through a few techniques, and these techniques you probably know some of them. The first one is affirmation. The next one is using your imagination. The other one is using your feeling. And then the last one is doing this in a repeated way. So now it's going to become repetition. So you're going to create a video clip in your mind, and you're going to create it in a positive way that you want. For example, if you have a fear of swimming, right? It's because of something that happened in your past, or something that someone said to you, or something that you watch, but you have accepted it and it has stored in your subconscious. So now for you to get it out, you have to try to create a different scene in your mind, and you're going to have to make that scene very vivid. So you're going to have to use your feelings, affirmations, and create some type of act, like an action in your scene, and you have to see yourself acting within yourself. So you are becoming the actor in that scene, and you're supposed to see yourself through yourself in the scene. And when you do this in a repeated way, in repetition, you will impress it on the subconscious, because you are now accepting it, and by accepting it, it is imprinted within your subconscious, and then it will knock out whatever fear you had of swimming, and you will now start to have the desire to swim. Now, you will do this every day, and you can do it throughout the day, but I would say to make sure you do it every night before you fall asleep, or while you are falling asleep. You do this in a very drowsy state, so that it is impressed upon your mind more quickly, and you will notice a faster response as to you starting to feel differently about swimming. Love, peace, and happiness.